What is the biggest threat to sustaining organizational performance, strategic agility, and leading innovation? If an executive in a company is asked about the importance of strategic thinking and innovation to their organization, they will most likely say it's extremely important. If you then ask them how well their organization performs when it comes to strategic thinking and innovation, the answer is often, not so well, or we have a lot of room for improvement. So if strategic thinking and innovation are ranked as being of such high importance, why is there such a gap between the importance to the organization and the organization's performance in these areas? We believe that a major reason for this gap is not asking the right questions. What are the 5 most critical questions that continually need to be asked and answered to improve organizational performance? Number 1. How well do I tolerate and handle ambiguity in an increasingly complex and uncertain environment? In today's environment of rapid change, as advancements in technology continue to create a hyper-connected world that increasingly confronts people, organizations, and societies with rising levels of uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity is the new reality. Consequently, our tolerance for ambiguity is more and more becoming an important factor in how effectively we confront the strategic challenges that confront us. Number 2, how do I accurately identify my organization's value chain and the most important customer? Once you have defined your value chain, the most important customer in the value chain can be identified by asking 3 simple questions. And in many cases, the most important customer may not be your direct customer, but farther down the value chain. Number 3, how do I identify the unmet and unrecognized needs of that customer? Once the most important customer is identified, the next step is identifying the most important customer's latent needs. Number 4, how do I visualize strategy to address those needs? Strategic visualization involves a graphic framework. We call it a value curve, that quickly allows you to understand the current level and value of competitive offerings to the most important customer. It also shows visually gaps in competitive offerings and how you can fill those gaps. Scenario thinking has been part of the strategy literature for several decades. Scenario learning and analysis tools have become part of the strategic landscape. How they are used has to vary according to the degree of uncertainty that exists. Essentially, these useful tools are ways of vicariously learning from the future. In the workshop, we will apply scenario thinking in several cases. Strategy is no longer about what we are doing. It's about what we need to be doing to ensure organizational sustainability. Number 5, how do I gain organizational and employee alignment to implement strategic organizational change? Getting alignment is a significant challenge, both in advocating for a strategic innovation and effectively enacting a strategy. Many times, this involves implementing major organizational changes. People resist loss, what they have to give up, what they are comfortable with. For many, the loss is experienced before the advantages or gains that come from the change. Gaining stakeholder and organizational alignment itself requires strategic thinking and agility. This workshop provides expertise in 6 practical tools to address these critical questions, experience in using the tools through experiential exercises, and a roadmap to achieve organizational strategic agility and sustainable superior performance. A shortage of resources is not necessarily serious, but a shortage of strategic thinking can be fatal.